And, of course, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the Pinkett Ford Truck Series, brought to you by the International Virtual Racing League, right here on Iracing and Signature Esports, platform for all platforms. Go to pinkettford.org and find a way to donate there. There's a big old donate tab up at the top. You'll be able to do that and have a lot of fun. Pinkett Ford, an approved 501c3 nonprofit organization, is comprised of 4 family members, 3 cousins and a daughter. They are also wives and sisters and mothers, daughters, friends, but are also resounding 3 breast cancer survivors and 1 who is adamantly doing what she can to prevent herself from being diagnosed as well. Go check out their story at pinkettford.org. An absolute thrill to be a part of that and their series. Harvey, thanks for the share. Charles, thanks for the share. Harvey, thank you for the like. Steve, thanks for the share out there as well. Appreciate everybody out there on Facebook doing that. I can see all that stuff, all the likes and everything, and all the new followers on Twitch and Facebook. I can see that occasionally. I always go back and follow those who follow me, so I appreciate you doing that. If you're out there in the streams, you've got a stream you want to share, make sure that you do that in the chats as well. I want to make sure that I go back and take a look at those, give you guys likes and follows. Qualifying about to finish up here. We are not at Kansas. I thought everything had updated for me there, so I'm gonna work on that for just a second while we get things. We are at Richmond Raceway, and it is going to be absolutely a ton of fun because this has been a great track over the last week that was on officials to run. So if you've not gotten on iRacing to try out Richmond Raceway, I highly suggest that you do because it's absolutely phenomenal. There it is. Richmond 160 is going to be the raceway that we're going to be at. We'll go over points. We do know that Cody McKinney is trying to get his first win. Still the leader in points right now. He's got about a 9-point lead over Nick Goebel, who is in second place in the points. Joseph McKinney in third right now has... Let me get my points correct. 244 for Cody McKinney, 231, so 13-point difference between he and Nick Goebel. Joseph looking at a 20-point difference between second place, tracking down about 33 points, the difference between he and Cody McKinney. They're going to start the starting grid here. They're going to load in, and we don't have a Grand Marshal today, but if you want to be a part of the Grand Marshal, make sure you get a hold of these guys over here at the Ivrl. You can join their Facebook page and find out what they're doing. And if you want to be a part of the Grand Marshal broadcast, you just got to put a little video together for yourself. And much appreciation to everybody. Alrighty. Here is the starting grid. Keaton Swain's going to be the pole sitter here with Cody McKinney to the outside of him. Stephen Prosser, the number 68, is Charles Jurick there in the number 76. There's my Fallout Grizzly 76. He is holding on to the outside. Row number 2 with Steven there to the inside. Patrick Gaspar in the 86 is Tommy Shafer, the number 40 in row number 3. Looks like Bradley Rivers and company. He and Tyler Werner are going to make up row number 4. Charles Van Squick in the number 23 truck is going to have Ryan Kleiber to his outside in number 2. Derek Schilling in the 87. Well, he's going to pull up that 11th spot. Row number 6 with Joe McKinney to his outside. As we're going to roll through here real quick. We're going to drop down some of the... There it is. Some folks getting together. Hopefully they're not getting together. Looting up. Let's see. We got through Jaden Gimbel, George Jewell in the 07. Looks like Nick Goebel's going to start from the back. He talked about it last week. He's got the line he likes to run and figure things out over the course of the racetrack. Nick Goebel, Richard Hurst, that's going to make up row number 8. Steve McLennan, it's good to see our New Zealand friend out there. The number 88 is going to have James Jetty, the number 43 to his outside. Luke Knupp in the 77 has Landon Lacey there as well. Brian Huntley Jr., the number 51, with Harvey Abrams, Mr. Abrams in that number 9 truck. Back there, he is going to take the outside lane. Terry Radford back in the mix. He's going to be there in that front row. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. We're going to go green flag racing right here. The Ivrl pinkettford.org truck series. Top Esports is going to be your white flag and victory lane sponsor today. So make sure you go check those guys out. That is twitch.tv/TOPPESPORTS. Top Esports for the drivers out there. If you're ready for some Richmond racing, I hope that you are, because we are going to have a great race here. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited. Are you excited? We're all excited. Richmond 160. Pace car dives off. There's a look at the 3/4 mile track. 77 degrees. They're going to have 4 tire changes, 80% fuel, no fast repairs. They're gone. Green flag racing for 160 laps here at Richmond. And don't blink because it's going to be intense. 95 of Swain there with McKinney to the bottom. McKinney trying to take the lead early. He's there to the inside of the 95. A little bit up into the wall already. 68 across him. Going around caution's going to come out early. And a big one happens. Derek Schilling, Tommy Shafer, Richard Hurst, Brian Huntley, Joey McKinney, Luke Nutt, Patrick Gaspar, Stephen Prosser Lane. Man, we've got driver after driver involved in that one. And Steve and the 68, that would be where that happened. Here's the 68. He was right there. The 40 was up against the wall. Little contact, and the next thing you know, everybody trying to hold on to their brakes and trying to slow down. Man, it's a parking lot party right there. Let's we're gonna go back. We'll stop that for just a second here. We'll back that up. We'll see how this transpires. 68 had the 40 to the outside, and everybody that is right there looking like they were, man. Far chase view, here's what happened. 68 there, exit, backstretch, almost clear. Oh, the 40 gets into him a little bit there. That's what happened. 68 was just trying to hold his line, and the 40 got into the side there. Looked like the 40 kind of hopped the wall a little bit. I think some of the damage able to be, we're kind of looking at what's going on here. There's a truck upside down. He had to reset. That was, looks like Patrick Gaspar. Tommy Shafer had to jump to pits as well. All right, they got that one out of the way. So now, let's see, Tyler Werner coming to pit road. He's going to get some stuff fixed. Harvey Abrams going to take up another spot here. And the 81 coming to pit road. Looks like, I don't know if he's coming in for fuel or what he is doing there, but, you know, looks like he's going to back up. Did he get any damage out of that? Don't think he got any damage. He might just be getting fuel. Yeah, there he goes. Smart to get out there and run some extra laps. Does look like George Jewell is going to go ahead and get some damage repaired. So is Luke Nupp. Luke has a little right rear damage and some nose damage on his truck. James coming back around, a little bit of nose damage for him, so he's going to be in 12th. Keaton's still your race leader at the moment as they pace around. Quick caution for the drivers, so they'll be back at it here in just a second. Randy, thank you for the share. Randy Henshaw Racing TV. If you haven't checked out his Facebook page, you need to do that. Search Randy Henshaw Racing TV. Give him a like and follow for me. He shared it on the stream. You probably just saw it a little bit ago, but he just shared the stream as well on his gaming page. So thank you very much for doing that, Randy. Appreciate you. I-95 Motorsports giving us a like out there. Appreciate you very much. And Randy giving us a like as well on Facebook. Appreciate everybody out there giving us a like and follow on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Absolutely amazing to see the new followers that we have, the growth that we've had over the last year, and it's been absolutely amazing. Keaton Swain, Cody McKinney, Charles Jurick, and Mr. Rivers ready to rock and roll here. Row one, row two. Bradley Rivers in the 69 has the Rays Rep Energy, or the Rays Energy in the Rep Sports. Green flag for the 95. Turn one, busy. Keaton Swain down to the bottom, trying to exit smoothly, and right behind him is going to be Cody McKinney. He's going to be all over the back bumper, trying to put his nose down to the bottom. Good luck, McKinney. Jeremy, you're on call, on a job. Thank you for following Oopsie. Appreciate you very much out there on Twitch, following us out there. I will most definitely give you a follow back as soon as this is all over. Into turn one, they're rolling. Static cams, a must. Sunset from the sunset into the nighttime. That's what we're going to get here for the 160 laps. McKinney trying to get to the inside of the 95, getting down into turn one. McKinney battling for the lead. Once that first win of the season, leading in points, still hasn't had a win, but he's had a heck of a season so far. Charles Jurick trying to have some fun there. Jeremy, thank you very much. You're welcome, Oopsie. Appreciate you very much out there. McKinney, Swain, Jurick, Rivers, Cliver getting some fun back here. He's up in 5th spot at 5 positions. Two of the biggest movers right behind him. Brian Huntley Jr., the number 51, has the auto owner Chevy Silverado making some ground. Harvey Abrams up 15 behind him as well. That Ford F-150 looks smooth as Crown Royal as he is holding on to 7th spot at the moment. Charles Van Squik, the number 23 truck, driving his traditional Columbia paint scheme. Good to see him out there. And 8th up a spot here. Jaden Gimbel up 4. The number 81 truck has the top esports banner and the HMG Innovations on the back of it. And that Toyota Tundra, he is holding on inside the top 10. George Jewell, well, there is a 07. He is inside the top 10. First truck that we're seeing with a little bit of damage. Looks like he backed into a telephone pole. Nowhere to go, Derek. I understand that one, man. I understand. 195. Derek, are you getting fixed? It looks like you're getting fixed, brother. 87 there, 24 back there as well. There looked like there was nowhere to go. Steve, my man from New Zealand, he's back out there. Looks like Patrick's going to be there. Just a few drivers on pit road getting some stuff on there. Nowhere to go on that one. I understand. It's hard to break into the corners here when you're looking at how it's kind of like Bristol. You know, it is a 3/4 mile track, but I tell you what, once you get into the corner right here, if an accident were to happen, slowing these trucks down from 135, 140 miles an hour to try to stop on a dime when a truck's going around, that is almost impossible to see. And you look at a turn 1, turn 2. You got a little bit of breathing room on the back stretch where you can dive down, but on the front stretch, when you're getting into the front stretch, there's just really nowhere to go. You're trying to avoid pit road, which is right there. Right there's pit road entrance, and that's kind of just difficult to see. Cody McKinney out front, 0.4 of a second over Keaton Swain, the 95, and we're definitely seeing what they're going to be doing here over the long haul. 14 laps in, and the driver's able to make it work. Richard Hurst back in the mix. There's the number 15 truck. Everybody knows I secretly root for the number 15 because it's the truck. It's the number that I try to drive. But he's coming back around. He's got a little bit of nose damage, but he's able to hold on to it. It's got the 43 right behind him. That is James in the 43. He has got the Lumar paint scheme. Good to see him there. Tyler Warner, the 33 back here. He's trying to track down George Jewell in the 07 in front of him. But he does have a whole lot of right front, right side, and the telephone pole look on the back of it. 24 Nick Goebel came back off pit road. He's completing his 5th lap, so there's a lot of time left for him to be able to make up some of these laps that he's down, and definitely doesn't want to give up any points here. So he's going to be doing so the best that he can. Cody McKinney, Keaton Swain, Charles Jurick, Bradley Rivers, Ryan Cliver, and the number 2 truck. He is your 5th place, top 5 right there on your screen. You can see it from 1st to 2nd, about 2 seconds separating. You see Cliver back here trying to find a little bit of different line. If you watch the Richmond race, or if you're going to watch the Richmond race this weekend for the NASCAR circuit, make sure you put once in chat for me. I'd appreciate you doing that. If you're actually visiting tracks this playoff standpoint, why don't you go ahead and put a checkered flag in chat for me if you don't mind. Appreciate you very much out there. There is the number 2 trying to gain some ground, about 2.25 second difference. But it does look like Brian Huntley Jr. on a tear. He looks like he is making himself a little extra ground, coming around and closing the distance between he and the number 2 truck, 51, making some moves. That Toyota looks super fast, and he is trying to work his way to the front. Cody McKinney on corner exit has the 95.76 and the 69 there for me, as he rolls through the gears, trying to hold on to it and try to make sure that he has the gap that he needs. The gap was about 0.7 of a second, now about a half second between the 1 and the 95. Running up next to the wall, very important for the drivers here. If you don't run up next to the wall, well, that you're not utilizing all of the track. Brian, thanks for the like out there. Brian, I love seeing you out there. Love seeing you out there, brother. Ryan Rinker, probably one of my original followers, which I absolutely, one of my original followers. I know that he and Jesse Priest just, I think recently shared their 1-year anniversary with me. Much appreciation very much for you. Alrighty. what is going on down here. Cody McKinney, you're watching the gyro cam right there as he gets into turn 1 and turn 2. Keaton Swain starting to pick up the pace right behind him. We're going to follow along with him. We'll see what kind of line he is going to be running here as he gets into a midline. Looks like the 76 of Jurick making a pass to the inside. There he goes, taking over second away from Keaton Swain, as it looked like 0.2 of a second was the gain there. But Charles looking to make some noise here. There's a 69 to the inside of the 95 onto the back stretch. There you go. They're going to fall back into place. So 95 falls back 2 spots. That was your pole sitter there, the 95. The race is far from over, and with the fuel strategy that they're going to have here, it does look like they might have a different kind of run. Cody McKinney, the number 1 truck, making a... What's going on, KP? Good to see you out there. There's my friend Kelly Poinier out there. If you want some good iRacing streams, you got to follow his Facebook page, too. Go follow him on Twitch, KPTV75 on Twitch, and Kelly Poinier. Kelly, I always try to remember your thing. I always have to say it's a long one, but it's on Facebook. There it is, KPTV Pointers Motorsports. He just gave me a like, and you'll see it on your screen over there. Give him some love. Kelly, thanks for liking that out there as well. 25 laps in, only 1 caution happened on the first lap, and since then it's been good racing. Cody McKinney trying to extend his lead 0.8 of a second over the field now, as it was a half second just a little while ago. But if you look at Charles, he's still in the hunt here. One writer saying, way to keep up the momentum. There's our good friend watching on Twitch. That's Jeremy out there. Make sure you follow. You guys see these comments and stuff like that. You guys are more than welcome to follow any of those drivers. Put your stuff in chat as well if you have followed me. Just so that way I want to make sure we do it. Oh, there's some stars. Kelly Poinier sending 100 stars over today. Thank you very much. Getting our stars goal up to par. We have a stars goal of something like 25,000 stars for the month. That is our Facebook goal. Good to see everybody out there. It's been a long day. It's been a long weekend, and now we're getting back to the grind for the iRacing for the beginning part of the week, and just trying to figure some things out. Here's the last 5 laps for the leader. Bottom of your screen, 23.038. Jurick was faster on 23. McKinney faster on 25. 24 and 25, Jurick faster on 26 and 27 by hundredths of seconds. And now a little bit of lap traffic to contend with. 43 to the outside of the 1. Making it move, making it stick. Pinketforward.org. Make sure you got to find a way to donate out there. I would appreciate you at least checking out the website. Sign up for the newsletter. See what they have going on. It's absolutely phenomenal to hear those folks and to see the kinds of causes they raise awareness for. McKinney, 29 laps in, 0.7 of a second, maybe a little bit of lap traffic helping out the cause of the 76. He's a little bit faster per lap. Last time by about 100th of a second slower, but he is still making it work. Right along with the cockpit cam of our 76 as he looks at the 07 here. Now some drivers naturally going to lap down. Some of that damage, some of that is kind of just the rest of it. 76 closing that. You see a 10th ticked off there. 23.31 for Cody McKinney last time by. 23.21. Let's take a look at what George Jewell is doing right there with the race leaders. He is in 15th, and he did get a lot of that damage fixed. About total, looks like he's got about 24 seconds on the pit stop that he did. A couple of pit stops that he went in to make sure that he got some of that damage repaired. So maybe not the fastest at the moment, but when it comes to the green flag pit stops, we're going to start seeing what they're doing. He's got the 43 trying to track him down. There's the 07 up next to the wall. You see him there as some of the drivers start to pass some of this lap traffic. Terry Radford making some moves. There's the number 3 truck. He is starting to close down the distance between he and the 18. There's the 18 up high. Joey McKinney on the hunt for 12th, but Terry Radford there in the Marine Corps truck. I really like it. He's still running the names of the folks that were killed in combat here just recently. So I really dig the scheme. Thanks for still wearing it out there. He's got Stephen Prosser there. The 68 off 10 spots from the start of the race. The 18 went around to the high side of him there. So that's a pass for the 18 of Joey McKinney, who's sitting 3rd in points. Has some great finishes. Has some bad finishes, too. Thank you for the stars, Kelly. I appreciate you, my man. I'm going to get back into you and send it back over to you. Joe McKinney, 1 top 5, 5 top 10s. Cody McKinney leads the field in top 5s with Corbin Valky out there. 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s for him. And I believe he leads in the top 10s as well. 6 top 10s for the number 1 truck. But there is the number 18 trying to get himself a top 10 kind of night. He's in 12th. He is looting up the driver in front of him, Van Squake. There's the 23 moving and grooving. 36 laps in. We're seeing some clean racing. Off one spot, he's got Harvey Abrams, who's up 13 right now in front of him. He's got a little bit of lap traffic to 07, working on trying to keep his truck in line. And now the battle for the lead starts to close in here as we continue to move forward. $176.95. Had ourselves a there we go. Ipsy, I'm going to go ahead and give you that follow now. Absolutely killer. Thank you very much for doing what you do. And you get quite a bit of followers. I'm glad to be able to add to that. Moving and grooving the 176. The one trying to protect the natural line that he's got going on. So what a great little run he has. 176.95. Rivers back there. The 69 truck. Biding his time, just being patient. And holding on, just kind of getting some groove in there. Once you get rolling at Richmond, it's literally all about the rhythm, getting yourself in line, keeping that line the way you want it, and just making it work. There's the 76 of Jurick, getting right to the back bumper of the one truck here. Werner and Schilling, 19th and 20th right now. McLennan looks like he is sitting on pit road. He wants to get all that fixed, and I don't blame him. I'm that way as well. Richard Hurst, the number 15 truck, has Cody McKinney. There's Nick Goebel there as well. There's the one. He's being able to use that lap traffic just a little bit there, as those two Fords are really stacking it up. Good little run for the drivers moving forward. And Tommy out there giving a big apology to the drivers. Much love to you, brother. It's racing. It does happen. There's the 68 going a lap down to the race leader. It's going to be able to cross over there, pulling up. And the 76 of Jurick trying to get to the back bumper. We watched this in a few official races. It's so hard to get your nose down there. Once you get your nose down to the bottom line, it really tears into the truck. And at Richmond, Martin Truex Jr. winning this weekend at Richmond in the Cup cars. You had to watch how he was able to work through traffic, getting a penalty. And that is kind of where it works. There's the McKinneys right there, 1 and 18. One's going to pass the 18. 18's going to keep it low. 76 is going to drive it in there. What do you think about Bristol this week? Not only in iRacing, but the round of 16 for the NASCAR playoffs is going to be done. It's going to be determined. The round of 12 will be determined this weekend. So for drivers, playoff hopes going to be kind of out the window. Who do you have moving on? Who do you not have moving on? Love to hear from you about that. We like our NASCAR. We like our iRacing. That's kind of what we like here. Older tires, it's going to be tougher to pass on some of the drivers that have, even with a little bit of damage. Here's the one of Cody McKinney trying to work his way to the outside. 76 of Jurick is going to be right there at the back bumper. Look at the way that he's having to move around. Drivers with a little bit of damage, those tires are still going to be effective. Even if you have some damage, it's still going to make it, as your tires wear on, it's going to take a little bit of time for you to be able to figure out how to get around him, and right there, that's exactly what happened. Cody McKinney getting around the number 3 truck with the 76 hot on his tail. When does the leader come to pit road? You tell me. Luton up in 10th right now. Top 10 driver, roughly about 21 seconds off the pace at the moment. Van Scoik is 12.5 seconds, or 12.3 seconds off the pace, but he's catching up pretty quick. His last lap not too far off of what the race leaders are running, but 24.21. I think he had a little bit free there in corner exit. We'll see what he runs this time. Time by 23.92 was his last lap. Maybe we'll take that back. And this time by, it looks like he's going to be right on that same pace. 49 of 160. Does so. Right about 0.3 of a second difference. But he's still having a heck of a race. Charles Jurick making the pass on Cody McKinney. I just missed it. But look at that. 76 being patient, working his way around. Cody McKinney fast early on. And it just took a little bit of time for Jurick to get himself around. So maybe a little bit of dirty air for the one. Can follow the 76 and try to pick his lane, find out where he's going. Right now, Keaton Swain picking up his pace as well. He's got that splitter low to the ground, coming around to the front stretch and really trying to enjoy his drive off. Bradley Rivers there in 4th. The number 69 truck biding his time about 3.5 seconds, 3.3 seconds off of the pace. And he's got Ryan Cliver trying to track him down at the moment. 69 trying to pull a rabbit out of his hat, get himself around some of the traffic. He wants that 3rd place from the 95. Charles Jurick out front, lap traffic, half-second difference between he and Cody McKinney now. Can Cody try to work his way around this lap traffic the same way that Charles did to be able to find himself in the mix? There's Keaton Swain putting the truck down there low, 52 laps in. Looks like he's going to be able to do so. Jaden Gimble, the 81, he came to pit road, took some fuel earlier. So he's going to be able to run a couple of extra laps. But his last lap time faster than the race leaders, 23.55 to Jurick's 23.66. McKinney not being out front, he's not able to run that 23.6 that he's normally used to running, and ran a 24-second lap last time. Charles running much faster laps now, 23.49 for him as he starts to extend the lead with some clean air there as he gets around Luton up to 77. Van Scoik in 9th at 23, right where he started, and doing a phenomenal job at it. Harvey Abrams up 14 spots. Biggest mover of the race still Brian Huntley Jr. started 21st, and it does look a little side-to-side battle right there with the 18 and the 51. Brian Huntley Jr. in 6th as the 51 tries to make some moves here. There's that Toyota having a phenomenal day. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the stars. Thank you for all the likes, the donates, and all that stuff. Just everything you folks do. I appreciate you. Charles Jurick having a good little race right now. 1.6 seconds. And that is the line that he's running. The 15's going to let him go by. Doing a phenomenal job out there. Richard Hurst in the 15. Just kind of on cruise control. That's kind of what you got to look at there. Good appreciation for everybody. Fallout 76 on the back of his truck. Keaton Swain in on pit road this time by. Something going on there. It looks like he's going to be leaving pit road now. He came in for his pit cycle. 55 is the lap that he wanted to come in. 58 is what we're running, so he's going to be a few laps down. It's easy to go a few laps down. You really don't want to caution at this particular moment, especially when you have to get in there and you have to take care of things. George Jewell come to pit road at this time as well. Keaton came in, took his tires, his fuel, said, let's go, and he is on the move. Jurick, McKinney, Rivers, Cliver, Huntley. Oh, Austin Moore out there. Big love for Huntley and Van Scoik having a good day. Van Scoik inside the top 10. 17 seconds off the pace. There's the 23 truck. Just cruising. His lap time's about the same as the race leader, 24:09. Jurick actually just ran a faster lap, but it was a 24:01. So we're going to kind of see how folks are going to be treating this 60 laps in. That'll make this a two pit stop kind of race for most of the drivers, I do believe. Because if you go 60 laps, and you finish it with 40, that might be the strategy here. Kind of depending on what you look at and how you do it. Big old like on the comments. I like getting out there and doing that. Appreciate you very much. Let us take a look. Charles Jurick. Kind of what he's got going on with his... he is 5th in points right now. He does have a win in the season. 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s. Currently 5th in the points and standing. 6 starts for the race, so this will make kind of the race that he wants. He said he's got 5 bonus points for the playoffs already, so it's absolute. Mike, thanks for the like out there. Appreciate you very much. Mr. York giving us some love. Jurick, 2.5 seconds and able to hold on to it. Cody McKinney, 23.78. So lap traffic might be a little bit of what the one truck has been battling, getting around, being in dirty air and trying to get around the lap traffic. It seems like he might be the case there, but we'll see as they continue to move forward. 63 of 160. Ryan Cliver to 3rd, trying to get around a few drivers. Has Bradley Rivers right behind him. Mr. Rivers having a decent day as well. Top 5 kind of drive for him. Huntley right behind him, trying to track him down. Still 0.8 of a second off the pace from the 69. A little bit into the brakes, into the corner, trying to go around, looking up the 77 right there. 69 is going to be side by side with the 77, trying to close any of that distance down. That Ryan Cliver there, the number 2 truck. Got the Crest Colgate number 2, little Oral B. Crest Oral B. I don't see any Colgate. I might be wrong on that one. Either way, still really cool. All they need to type in is KPTV75, Kelly says. That's all you need to chime in right there. Get out there and watch him. He has a lot of fun racing. Appreciate you, Kelly. 500 more stars. You're absolutely killer, man. Thank you. Airing it all out there. I'm going to pin that up there so folks can see that. George, thanks for the like out there. Appreciate you, my friend. You're killing. Jurick. 3 seconds, the difference between he and Cody McKinney. George, don't go off track, buddy. 0.7. You just gave me a like. Don't do that. Appreciate you, man. You're amazing. George, tell all those folks to get on your Facebook and like it for you. Hopefully that didn't do it. Yeah, man. KPTV75. I know that's your ad handle on Twitch, and I know that's your ad handle. I forgot that it was just your at KPTV75, but I like to talk about your entire stream because it's just kind of awesome. Pointer Motorsports, go to pointersmotorsupplies.com. That's another way you can find him there as well. Super awesome dude. Much love to him. Big appreciation to him. He's supported Signature Esports for, man, almost for as long as I've been a thing. So much love to you, brother. Let's check it out. Charles Jurick still out there. 69 of... You're awesome. 76, 1, 2, 51, 81, and the 9 is going to be your Powerball number. Go out there and buy your... no, I'm totally joking. Van Scoik in 7th, but he's the first truck 1 lap down. Who's going to come to pit road first? That's going to be a big key. Joey McKinney in on pit road this time by. James is in on pit road. He hits his pit stall in the number 43 truck. Someone to be looking forward to the 95 of Keaton Swain, trying to get his lap back. He's trying to get around the 23 here. He's got fresh tires, and he's trying to make it work. 23, 95. .71 of 160 are they going to be trying to make this a full 1 pit stop kind of race? 3/4 of a mile, kind of looking. Let me do the math. Usually, caution's going to come out, so that'll make some things interesting. What is going on back here? I want to kind of take a look here. 72 of 160. Let's take a look here and see what happened. Somebody tap a wall or somebody trying to get to pit road. Somebody get loose. I kind of want to see here now. Not quite sure. Insight. I need insight. What happened? I'm looking. I don't know. Hey, maybe they threw a competition caution. Let's see. Who's going to be your lucky dog? That should be Keaton Swain. He should be your lucky dog. He'll get the free pass here. Oh, sorry. Radford should be your lucky dog. In the scoring of things, he should be your lucky dog. But it's showing Keaton Swain there. I don't know. We have ourselves a lucky dog. That's for darn sure. Harvey Abrams is going to be your race leader at the moment. He has yet to come to pit road. I believe he might come to pit road this time by. So we'll see what's going to happen with Mr. Abrams. Good to see you, my friend. You're absolutely killer. Reminder to everybody, like, share, follow, do all of the fantastic stuff out there. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Signature Esports is all of our handles out there. So Facebook.com/Signature Esports. YouTube.com/Signature Esports and Twitch.tv/Signature Esports. That's all of our channels. Give us a follow. Find ways to be involved. Charles Jurick, still your race leader. A couple of free passes. Bradley Rivers came to pit road on 67, so he is freshly a lap down. And he's going to be looking to take a free pass here. So is, does look like the 43, the 18 as well. Keaton Swain is going to be able to hit pit road. He was your lucky dog, so your pole sitter is going to be back there trying to make that work for himself. Folks are leaving pit road. I'm going to take a vocal break, take a sip of water. I'll be right back with you. A big special thank you. I didn't even realize it just a moment ago. Papa John Hall's becoming a Prime subscriber on Twitch. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. Man, oh man. You know, Twitch, 431 followers on Twitch. You guys are killers. Thank you very much for that. What are we on YouTube? I don't even remember what we are on YouTube. Take a look at our creator dashboard over there on YouTube. My channel. How many do we have? 483 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you very much. 2,051 followers on Facebook. Of course, that is our technical better platform. But yeah, no, I kind of just did. Killing it. Thank you, Oopsie. I appreciate it. You're killing it too. You got like 4,000 followers. Look at you go. What do you got? 4,147 followers. Look at you go. And I was the 47th. I'm good. Getting ready for green flag racing again. Jurick gets it. McKinney's going to be there to the outside. Are they going to be able to be patient for the next 77 laps? That's kind of where it is. Thank you to everybody out there. You guys are absolutely kidding. Oopsie is Twitch. I think it's twitch.tv/Oopsie. Been a member for a minute. Look at you go. 76, 181. That's going to be the drivers there at the current moment. They're holding on to it. And Cody McKinney's going to try to take over hopefully McKinney tries to take over the lead here early and see if he can get some separation. But I tell you what, Charles is super fast. 3 down low back there. Something happening with Terry Radford. He was there. Man, oh man. Nick Goebel leaving pit lanes. It looked like he was driving. I don't know if he got free off the corner there, but he did. 176 side by side for the lead. Gimbel up front. He's up 10 spots. He's in third now. The 81 trying to make his top esports Toyota Tundra. a little bit faster. Drivers to be looking for here. Luke Nupp would be your lucky dog. He's the first truck one lap down. Has Van Scoy to the inside. Top 10 kind of night for him so far. They have another caution. They want to get back on the lead lap. Whoa, the 23, a little bit free right there. Hold on, Charles. Able to save it, getting himself back on the track, able to hold on to it. And he's going to be in 10th right now. What a save from the 23. You're absolutely wonderful. I like being able to, I like shouting out and talking to folks and making our broadcast not only about these drivers and how fantastic they drive, but also about our viewers and about the people out there that support me. And if you click that, if you watch for 3 seconds, then I'm already a fan of you. That's kind of how I am. Jurick, McKinney, Gimbel, Cliver back to 4th. He is trying to work his way up there inside the top 3. That's where he wants to be. You can tell that's where he wants to be. Brian Huntley Jr., the number 51, holds on to it, making moves. Harvey Abrams in 6th. Look at Harvey doing it. I'm telling you, smoothest Crown Royal. That Ford F-150 looking dialed in today. And Keaton Swain trying to get around the 69 and the 77 here. Rivers will be the lucky dog. That's the battle between the 69 and the 77. They're battling for that one lap down position at the moment. Jurick, McKinney commanding the lead at the moment. I mean, we've seen, what is it called, the Matt Kenseth, you win a season without winning a race, except for the last one. That might be, you know, McKinney's just been, he's been just awfully good about getting his drive into the track. And, you know, he might finish a bridesmaid a time or two, but he's having a good series here. So I look forward to seeing what he does. Jurick looking for some more bonus points in his second win of the season here down the backstretch. 85 of 160. Rolling through the gears. They're having a lot of fun here, folks. I hope you're having a lot of fun. Make sure that you give us a like and follow on all the platforms. But I say it 100,000 times. I'm searching for likes because I want to be liked. Who doesn't want to be liked? 69, 77, 23. Those drivers all one lap down. The 68, a lap down. He's back here in the mix with the 07. That's Stephen Prosser. Terry Radford a lap down. He's catching up to the 68 here. So the battle for the top 10 is going to be very, very, very interesting to see. The 40 back out on the field. There's Tommy Shafer. Good sportsmanship earlier. He was talking about what he was doing, so he's back out there working. Good to see him out there turning some laps, getting himself back in the mix. My man, the Cave New Zealander here, the 88, has Nick Goebel right behind him. The 88 getting himself into the mix here, so he's trying to finish a few laps better than what he was before. Tyler Warner on pit road, Landon Lacey on pit road. Nick Goebel 17th at the moment. Second in points in the standings. He's still trying to, he's off 2 from where he started, though. So he started 15th. That's where he's trying to work himself back to, completing lap 72 of the 89 that we're running. Richard Hurst, the number 15, right where he started. And he's having a 16th place cut tonight. I would be happy. It's Richmond. It could be tight. It could be hardcore racing. It could be absolutely insane. Here's James in the number 43. The Lumar Chevy Silverado has Steve McLennan right behind him. Steve just working himself around this track the best that he can. Nick Goebel back here trying to close back down that distance that he had with the 88. Harvey Abrams in 7th, 4.6 seconds. The difference between he and Charles Jurick. And he and Cody McKinney are still working it. Look at how fast they're getting around this track, and they got a 1.6 second lead over Gimbel, but there's Nick Goebel with a little bit of lap traffic. 2 Fords out front. 2 Fords, Toyota Ford, Toyota Ford. First Chevy. It's going to be a lap down, Bradley Rivers. So it is all Fords and Toyotas today as far as the way that they're driving around this track. What's your favorite manufacturer in the Gander Mountain Truck Series here on iRacing? Is it Ford, Chevy, or Toyota? Let me know. Put it in the chats. Jurick and McKinney nose to bumper for a moment here. We'll run through the camp. Definitely Toyota, says Austin. .76 going around the 43. Cody McKinney trying to use a natural line into turn 1 to get his nose right to the back bumper of the 76. Maybe trying to figure a few things out. There's the 88 of McLennan. He's going to be able to give himself a little bit of room. 76 is going to be down low. 88 is going to stay high up next to the wall there. As you see the drivers come around and try to clear each other, they're going to do so very well. And Steve, our New Zealander friend, let's see. I think he's the only one that we have that is kind of an out-of-towner. I wouldn't call him out-of-towner. He's awesome. We have a lot of good folks that watch from the New Zealand, Australia area. We appreciate you. We love you. We get some folks from Japan. Tell me where you're watching from. That's another one. I'd like to hear that. Tell me where you're watching from out there. What are you from the U.S.? What state do you live in? If you're from New Zealand, Australia, where are you from out there? We want to hear that as well. Let me know where you're from. Don't give me your address. I don't need it. Totally joking. Jurick, McKinney, Gimbel, Cliver, Swain. That's going to be the top 5. Huntley, very impressed with this driver today. The number 51 has really, really turned on the gas. Now, Keaton has gotten himself back inside the top 5, and that is to Texas. There you go. Ohio, there you go. That's kind of the driver that I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what he does over the next last basically third of the race as 98 is completed. Keaton trying to get himself back to the front, and he came into pit road. He put himself 2 laps down, was able to get a lap back, and then got the free pass with the lucky dog during that caution. And that kind of is where he's kind of been stuck. It's where he is. It's what he's trying to do is get himself back up here to compete with the 76 and the 1, but Gimbel is still in the mix here. He's still in the hunt, 2.4 seconds. And we watched as Cody McKinney got into his lap cycle toward the end of the series. He was, or toward the end of that long green flag run that they had, he was able to really kind of push his tires. He ran 72 laps on his tires. Ohio, born and raised, Texas in the U.S. I'm right here in the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. That is where our hidden studio is, so to speak. Every once in a while I have to broadcast from out of town as well. So, grew up in Illinois, born in Mississippi. That's me. That's who I am. I like it. Jaden Gimbel trying to work his way up there. There's the 81. Cliver right there on the back bumper of that 81 too. So Cliver starting to pick up the pace as well. His last lap was just a little bit fresher than the 81. Let's take a look at their last 5 lap times as they come around and complete some static cams. 96 better for Gimbel. Cliver better on 97. 98 better for Gimbel. 99 and 100. John from Indiana. Mr. Abrams out there. Fantastic. Indiana. What parts of if you know where Effingham is, that's the part of Illinois I grew up in. If you get out there and know where that's at, then I know quite a bit of Indiana, but of course not. I'm not the overall Indiana no. Austin, you were born in Fort Leonard Wood. Very nice. Fort Leonard Wood area. I was in the Army for 9 years, stationed at Fort Bragg. Absolutely fantastic place to be stationed. Charles Jurick completing his laps. Here's a look at some of the driver details. This is where Charles is from, Fayetteville, West Virginia. This native really enjoying himself out there up front. He's got McKinney about 0.8 of a second. There is Cody McKinney, Chesterfield, Virginia native. He is holding on to that P2 position. It's right where he started, so he's not losing any ground. He does want that win, but that's kind of where he is at. Jaden Gimbel, the number 81. He is from Bismarck, North Dakota native right there, so there he is. 105 of 160. He is holding on to third pretty decently, but you got Keaton Swain trying to take a few spots away from him. And there he is. He's working his way through the field, able to carry a little bit more speed into the corner exit too, a little bit free there. Ryan Cliver, Levittown, I think it's Levittown right there, but Levittown. That is where he is from. There's the number 2 truck. He's staring at the back bumper of the number 2. He's tracking down Brian Huntley Jr., Spring Lake, North Carolina. He must be stationed at Fort Bragg, or pretty close. I used to live in Spring Lake when I was stationed there. Harvey Abrams, Luguti, Indiana. Is that how you say that? How do you say that out there, John? Is his Loogootee? I've never seen that one. There's Bradley Rivers trying to track down the 51 right in front of him. There's Brian Huntley Jr. Bradley trying to get a lap back. Mr. Van Squik. There he is from Croydon. There is Mr. Van Squik. And Terry Radford rounding out our top 10. Holding on to that 10th place, that 13 spots. Still a lap down. He's working that wheel. Cody going to get him, says Jeremy. Can understand that. Cody McKinney, 9/10 of a second. Maybe try to bide his time. Maybe that is kind of what he needs to do. Charles going to win this one. Go get him, says Shills out there. Derek Schilling out there. Appreciate you, brother. Shills 8712. Go follow his Twitch channel right there. SHILLS 8712. Jeremy, good to see you out there, brother. You're having a fantastic day as well. Mike, Mr. Woolley, I love you. Thank you for the like out there, brother. I appreciate you. Mr. Woolley tuning in. Pinketford.org. If you haven't been to the website, I encourage you to do so. Having a wonderful, wonderful stream here with all of you fine folks. It's been absolutely incredible to see you. 76 with Nick Goebel there to the inside. Nick Goebel, you know that it's probably kind of being second in points. It's probably one of those nights where he's like, man, kind of wish this had gone just a little bit better. But you know, it is what it is. Cody McKinney in second. Gets around Nick Goebel. He's still about a second, 9/10 to a second off of the pace. His lap times pretty much consistent with what Charles is doing. We'll take a look at their lap times. Roughly just hundreds of seconds off. McKinney better on 108, and that's kind of where it's been. Almost a 1/10 of a second, about a 1/2 tenth to a 1/10 of a second. The difference in lap times. Over 10 laps it stacks up, but. If McKinney can make up any kind of ground, maybe utilize some of that lap traffic, that might be his better benefactor there. But right now, Charles Jurick commanding the lead, 113 of 160. Saving tires. Worm Rider saving tires. Hey, you know what? Charles was clicking down some laps beforehand, too. And I can understand saving tires if they're going to try to make it all the way to the end, because 72, if they went back to green flag racing at 76, they try to put in an 80-lap run. Man. Here's your pit strategy, right side of your screen for your top 8 drivers. 72, 72, 55. Keaton Swain, who has worked himself back to third, came in on 72. He came in on 73 last time by. So he's got a lap fresher tires, but he's still tracking down. He's about 3.5 seconds off of Charles Jurick, but he's tracking down Cody McKinney pretty darn quickly. Jaden Gimbel came in on 72 as well. Cliver's on 72, Huntley on 72, Abrams on 73. Rivers came in on 74. But Bradley Rivers 1 lap down at the moment. So that's the look at the pit strategy. Keaton Swain to Cody McKinney. Let's take a look at their lap times here. There's a little bit of 3 wide for these drivers. 68 going around. 43 is going to be there. 88 is going to be right behind him. Woo! Getting skirt on that wall back there, says the 43. One of Cody McKinney to Keaton Swain. Swain a little bit better. McKinney better on 112, 113. Swain getting a little better on 114, 115. That's kind of where they want to be at. Charles Jurick leading the Fallout 76. Grizzly. Is that the Grizzly Wintergreen Long Cut? It is. I recognize the label. Many, many years ago. Hurst 8 laps down, is in 14th right now. It's about to be 9 laps down, as he is going to be right there next to the 76, the race leader. Terry Radford trying to get some of that time back. He's right there behind the 15. He is going to be the first truck, I do believe, 2 laps down at the moment. So that's 10th place. 2 laps down. Van Scoik having a decent day. He's still at 9th. He's got to track down Mr. Rivers, Bradley Rivers, on the front stretch. Van Scoik about 7 seconds off the pace from him. But we talk about long green flag runs. Well, here they are. Cody McKinney was about 1.3 seconds off the pace. Now he is about 1 second back down to 9/10 of a second here. And he's starting to track down Charles Jurick as they get into turn 1. Keaton Swain hot on the tail, 1.8 seconds, the difference between he and Cody McKinney. So maybe some games being played. 120, 40 laps to go as they come around to complete 120. And Charles Jurick leading the most laps here so far. It does look like 86 laps led. According to my little screen over here. It never updates right. Harvey Abrams 6th in the points standings. Has 1 top 5, 2 top 10s. And so Harvey sitting in 7th, 21 seconds. He's about to be a lap down. But that number 9 truck, I tell you what, don't count him out just yet. He's got the 18 right behind him. Joey McKinney in 12th. Still trying to get that top 10. He's got Steven that he's trying to track down. Steven is 16 seconds ahead of him. And Steven's right there with the bead on the number 3 truck. The number 3, Terry Radford, that close to him. That's 10th and 11th right there for both of those drivers. 0.8 of a second, the difference between Cody McKinney and Charles Jurick. There is Mr. McKinney. Long green flag run for the drivers. That's exactly right. Jaden Gimmel coming to pit road. 81. No, I don't think that they can make it on fuel. I really don't think that they can make it on fuel. They run a lighter fuel load in the truck to make it a 2-stop kind of race. And maybe Jaden getting a splash and go there. Jaden's going to be in 8th place this time by the 81, getting himself back up into the mix. There's the 23 of Van Scoik coming around. He's going to be right there with him. So a splash and go for that driver. Charles Jurick out front. Cody McKinney 1.5 seconds back now. Something happened with Mr. McKinney. Cliver Huntley in on pit road. Maybe a little bit of lap traffic went around there. So the 2 and the 51 definitely needing to get themselves to pit road. There's the 1 of Cody McKinney. He's about 1.7 seconds off the difference here. He didn't tap the wall, did he? Don't think that he did. Bradley Rivers in 5th now, going around the 68. Who's in 11th? Brian Huntley Jr. coming off of pit road this time by. I do believe he went and took that whole pit strategy to his own. There's the 2 of Ryan Cliver. Oh, did Ryan enter pit road? Did he get a speeding penalty there? Man, I hope he didn't. We're looking. Looks like Ryan might have gotten a speeding. He's in 11th now. Couple of laps down. 76. Typically, when you get a speeding penalty, he did. He got if you enter pit road too fast, you get a speeding penalty, and they hold you for 40 seconds, 45 seconds. And right now, 1, 2, and 3, all the drivers that are 1 lap down or better. Harvey Abrams, he's in 4th. He came out at 73, and he's a lap down at the moment. And, there's Nick Goebel. He's going around. He's catching up some of that pace. So Charles Jurick, Cody McKinney, Keaton Swain, and a lot of the drivers that are 2 laps down are 2 laps down because the caution came out kind of at the wrong time. The green flag pit cycles weren't able to make it work, weren't able to work in their favor. And right now, 2 seconds the difference between the 76 and the 1. And Cody McKinney really trying to get around some of the track. He goes around Joey McKinney right there. His counter half, the 18. There's the 1. 30 laps to go this time. Myers to complete 131. Man, oh man. Ivrl Pinkett Ford Truck Series. Remember pinketforward.org. That is super important to get out there and make sure that you follow that field right there. They're absolutely killer, absolutely amazing. Make sure you go to the website, sign up for their newsletter. Make sure that you find a way to donate to them. pinketforward.org. Super, super, super awesome organization. RV Abrams in on pit road. He's going to come down. He's going to be a lap down. Jaden Gimbel in fourth. Now, Gimbel on fresh tires. It's going to play a factor here as they come around. He might unlap himself. There's a 0-7 of George Jewell right there in 14. George looking at his thing saying, I've seen better days. You know, let's not get demonetized there. Bradley Rivers coming back around at number 11. He's at 11th spot. The number 69 is right there with Keaton Swain to his nose. Keaton trying to get around the 18 here with the 69. He's trying to get his lap back. And the 95 kind of just there. 95 is going to clear. 18 is going to be into the wall a little bit there. There's the 81 there as well. Jaden Gimbel a lap down. He's in fourth. He went ahead and took tires, so he's going to be just as fast, if not faster, than the drivers right there. 95 trying to come around. So, man, does look like Keaton, who came in on 73, has a good spot for third, but he's 4 seconds off the pace of Jurick. And Cody McKinney coming to pit road has to hold on to it. 25 laps to go now as Cody McKinney gets on pit road. There's Jurick in the thick of it right there. There's the 88 and the 15. They're battling for position back there. 88-15 trying to work themselves. The 15 is, let's see, Richard Hurston 15th. The 88 of McLennan. He all the way back up to 18th after all of that stuff. Charles Jurick trying to put everybody a lap down. And right now, Cody McKinney on his pit stop, working what he's doing. Keaton Swain in on pit road this time by Jaden Gimbel, trying to get around the race leader. We're trying to catch up to the race leader to get around him here. So this race is far from over here, folks. Far from over. Cody McKinney back out on track. Goes ahead and takes his pit stop. Caution's going to come out. And that just changes everything again. So Jurick was in on pit road, and if he takes his pit stop, does Iracing give him the EOL? I don't remember if they do. Jaden Gimbel, who came in on 122, Brian Huntley Jr. in 124, Swain in on 136, McKinney. These guys are going to get free passes. They just left pit road. Here's a look at what happened. It's like the 43, 15. Oh, 43 and the 15 collected each other. 43 going around there a little bit. Kind of want to back that up just a little bit more. Here's, let's look at it from the 15 point of view here. Looks like the 88 kind of got into, Steve got in the wall a little bit there. Here's a little bar chase view. Looks like Steve was staying up high. Got into the wall a little bit there. All good. 15's getting into the corner. 88 gets down. All good there. 15 kind of drifting up the track. 43 trying to make the natural line there. And 15 trying to make his natural line on the exit. That kind of that was a little bit of racing right there for everybody. A little hard racing. Third caution of the race. And we're going to have to check and see. Here's Jurick. He will be back in the lead, it does look like. It's going to allow him to put some focus there. Gimbel would be your lucky dog. So he's going to be, actually, he's not the lucky dog. Jurick, the 95, the 1, all of those drivers out there on the lead lap still. Swain and McKinney looking for the free pass. They're going to start at the tail end of the field. Can you believe that? Free pass trucks out there. Are there any of them? There's Charles Jurick. Cody McKinney, the 95 of Keaton Swain. Those are the only two free pass vehicles that I see here. Everybody else, they're gonna have a field to go through here. Two of Ryan Cliver there. Looks like he's gonna be right there with the 95. Is Cliver going to get a free pass? I mean, he came out in front of the race leaders behind the pace car. We're going to see what happens here. Normally, if the caution comes out and you are traveling down pit road, you normally don't get. You're not supposed to stop because you would get entering a closed pit. However, I don't think that happened here. I think, hey, Chris, appreciate you, man. Chris Bedwell out there. Good to see you, brother. Out there on YouTube. I haven't seen you. How are you doing, brother? I appreciate you. I very much do appreciate you. You guys are some of the best drivers out there in the whole iRacing platform. You guys have really given us a lot of entertaining races. Swain and McKinney get the free pass here. Lights are going to be off on the pace truck. It's going to be the 81 from 4th to the outside of the 76. The 76 pretty much has a whole field of traffic, barring any kind of catastrophe. This one's his. Green flag waves, 18 laps to go here in the Ivrl Pinkett Ford Truck Series. Jurick holding on to second. Oh, absolutely. 81 trying to get around to get a lap back here. 81 of Jaden Gimbel came in a lap different than the 76. Here's the 51 of Huntley. If I were the 76, I'd just let him go. Because his battle's back here in turn 4 to the front stretch. Here's the 95 of Keaton Swain. Ran his fastest lap and the fastest lap of the race this last time by. 22.19 for that driver, trying to get around the 2. Cody McKinney trying to catch back up to him. He's about 5 seconds off of the pace. Charles Jurick has a whole lot of company in the form of the 81 and the 51. This is the battle for 4th and 5th, right behind the race leader. 1 lap down the drivers are. There they are, 51 and 81. To the 76, there's a 69 right behind him. It's Bradley Rivers, first truck 2 laps down in 8th place. And this has been one heck of a race. All kinds of long green flag runs for these drivers. 76, 95, 115 laps to go, 4.17 seconds. And you know, Keaton and Cody are praying for a caution. Not one that they cause, but one that kind of just happens. McKinney trying to get to the inside of some of these other drivers here. There's the 2 of Ryan Cliver there. Ryan Cliver in 10th, 2 laps down at the moment. It's always good to hear that you're doing well, Chris. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you very much. Jurick there with a 51 and the 81 right behind. 51 in 4th. Searching for a top 5 kind of night. Terry Radford salvages 16 positions. Brian Huntley Jr. of 17 spots wishes he could get the lucky dog here so that way he can compete for a win as well. Or maybe get around the race leader. Caution comes out. You know, kind of one of those things. There's the 88 up high trying to hold on to it. It ain't over yet. Oh, I know it's not over yet. Oh my goodness, do I know it's not over yet. But we'll look at Keaton. Look at the battle that these guys have to go through just to get themselves through the field. We're talking about racing here, hard racing, and the lap times just kind of trying to be comparative here. 22.64 for Keaton Swain to Charles Jurick. Here is the last 5 lap times. Jurick able to Keaton Swain out there. There you go. Any info on their league? Ivrl, the International Virtual Racing League. Go and look up their Facebook page there, Chris. Message me on Facebook, and I'll get you their contact info. Yeah, they're good. They're good little driving. They had incident contact lists, this kind of stuff like that. A lot of fun. These guys are a lot of fun to drive. A lot of fun to have run.
There's your last 5 lap times. Jurick kind of pulling away a little bit, but Keaton gets a little bit on that last lap. He's just still trying to work his way through the field. 5 seconds is a lot to go through. There you go. There he is. We're right. That's Jeremy Robbins out there, Chris. He's another one of those guys. Throw it in the chat. Jeremy, throw it in our in the Facebook or the YouTube chat, so you can go back and find it. Chris, you've got our Facebook page as well. So, see, that's how we do it. We like to make sure that we get folks out there running races and joining leagues. It's what we're all about making sure that these guys look the best. Chris Bedwell, one of the best drivers that I've seen run out there. I've called his name as a race winner a time or 2 or 6 or 7. Jurick, Swain, McKinney, Huntley, Gimbel. That's going to be the top 5 for the drivers here. The Ivrl Pinkett Ford Truck Series. There it is. Start time 7. Their session opens at 6:45 Central, so 7:45 Eastern, and then they start. It's similar to the same times that you used to run, except for about a half an hour early. Was it 9:45 Eastern right now? And we've been running an hour and 18 minutes. So yeah, that's about right. 7:40, yeah, 7:45 Eastern is whenever the session goes live, and then 45 minutes of practice or 40 minutes of practice, 5 minutes qualifying. We start racing roughly about 8:30 Central or 8:30 Eastern and 7:30 Central. Charles Jurick right now 5 seconds. 6 laps to go. Keaton Swain holding on to second. But Cody McKinney, he closed down some of that time. Look at him. He's there to the inside. Nick Goebel to the outside. There's some hard racing, even for the drivers that are here, that are battling just to make sure they have a few more spots to be able to complete a few more laps. 5 laps to go. Cody McKinney does have the speed. Caution comes out. And how about a yeet? If you're out there watching and you have a team out there, make sure you put your teams out there as well. So there you go. Let's go McKinney Racing, says Worm Rider. There you go. Put your race teams out there. Make sure that you also put your favorite drivers out there. This will be a green-white checkered. Yes, it will. I believe it's a couple attempts at a green-white checkered. I think two attempts at a green-white checkered. But you know that Keaton and Cody are coming down pit road this time by. They're coming for tires. They all saved a set. I mean, everybody has a set. They have 4 sets of tires, or 4 tire changes. So we've got plenty of tires to make it. Now they've got plenty of fuel. So I think they're going to come in. There's your lucky dog, Brian Huntley Jr. You know that he was wanting that. RHR, Randy Henshaw out there giving us an RHR. Hashtag RHR. Cody got this, you call it at the start. We'll see. I mean, Brian Huntley Jr., he's going to be there. Keaton Swain, Cody McKinney. Were they able to get on pit road before pit road? I mean, that's the big factor here. Getting on pit road to make sure that you hit pit road at the right time. Jaden Gimbel's going to be the first truck 1 lap down now in 5th position. And pretty much everybody else coming to pit road. Brian Huntley Jr., since he got the lucky dog, no doubt he's going to come in. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be. Now we've got a 4-way battle for the green-white checker. Now, Huntley's going to start at the tail end of the field. So that's a solid lock-in for 4th for him. So a very smart move for him. Keaton Swain, Cody McKinney, they're going to restart behind Charles Jurick. Charles is going to have everybody go a lap down. And that's just going to be, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun. Man, oh man. Hey, we haven't even looked at what happened there. Let's see what brought out the caution. Here, let's see. Think McLennan. Oh, McLennan up the track a little bit there into the 68. He had the 2 to the inside. He was trying to back that off. Let's take a look here. We're going to back it up. Back it up. All right, here it is. Little far chase view for us. 2. Ooh. Oh, a little late braking there. 2 was right there to the inside. And that might have thrown the 88's line off there. Steve McClendon in on pit road now. He's in 19th. But Steve was here. Let's take a look here. Kind of see how this transpires a little bit. So the 2 is carrying a heckish, freakish speed here. There's Ryan Kleiber right there to the back bumper. Right there is where the 88 goes, And then, boom. Yep. It has to carry extra speed. And that is what forced all that. 68 was trying to stay high there, trying to run that line, trying to get himself into that second lane, and there it is. Steve having a great, he may be a few laps down, but he's out there still running. Everybody's out there still doing what they can, and the more laps that they run, the better it benefits everybody else. 76-95-1, brand new tires for the 95 and the 1. Huntley all the way there at the back of the field. So Brian Huntley Jr. is going to start the tail end at the longest line here. And everybody else cruising. Charles is going to have to get that jump. Pace car in. Green, white, checkered. 76-95-1. 2 to go now as they continue to move forward. 95-1 battling side by side. Somebody's going to go to the outside. Somebody's going to make it work. Keaton Swain there to the outside of the 76. Whoa. Who had the lead when the caution came out? Joey McKinney involved here. Let's take a look. 18 there. Oh, he just got free. Oh, man. It was about to be a battle for the ages. Joey McKinney getting free off the corner there. So now it'll be a 4-way battle for the lead here. And we'll have one more lucky dog. So Jaden Gimbel is going to get the free pass here. Charles Jurick. Now here's the deal. I mean, Charles technically, I don't know. I wouldn't give up that position. One more attempt at a green white checkered for the drivers here. He rattled his nerves without touching. It happens. It's happened to me. Lucky dog. Jaden Gimbel coming around. And because every once in a while I like to do it, he had one heck of a spin there. We're going to give it to Joey McKinney. He's going to get the helicopter. Because why not? Chris says one's going to win it, write it down. He was fast early on. He started second. Keaton Swain was your pole sitter. And he's had to get through it. These drivers have the tires. 76 needs the restart. The 1 needs to just kind of has to be patient here. And now you're going to have Brian Huntley Jr. in the mix as well. He's got fresh tires. He's got a little bit of nose damage there. But he's going to restart right there with the race leader. So he's going to be passing some of these trucks here in just a moment. Jaden Gimbel gets on pit road. And man, Jeremy, tell me, is it 2 attempts at a green white checkered or 3? I forget with this league. I think you guys have only gone 2 at the most. You folks are absolutely amazing. Remember, like, follow all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We do all of our iRacing broadcasts in all 3. 2? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's 2. There's one league that I have that has 3, or that does 3 attempts at a green white checkered. I just wanted to be sure. And I just didn't check that before I got here. So, my apologies for not having that information for you. Jurick, Swain, McKinney, Huntley, Gimbel, Van Scoik, Radford, Rivers, Cliver, Prosser, all those drivers that are a couple of laps down, they're just like, hey, I just want to get here. I just want to do this. This is exactly where I want to be. So let's be here. And in it to win it, they are. 76-95. The 1 and the 51, they're all going to be right there. 3, says Charles. I knew there was one league that I had that had 3 attempts. So Charles Van Scoik out there says 3. Letting us know that there are 3. And I'm okay with that because, Charles, you're the lucky dog right now, right? That guy right there would be your lucky dog if there were another caution. There he is. Jurick has been your race leader. Oh, is he? I don't want to say it out loud. It's probably going to give some room. I would give some room. I mean, we're talking about if you are right on the back end of that bumper, it might make it difficult. Waiting for the green, one to the back of the 76. 76 is going to be there, and he gets the green flag. Keaton Swain, Cody McKinney, and the 51. Look at him roll. One to the inside of the 95. 95 is going to be able to try to make a pass to the outside of the 76. Do they go three wide? I don't think they do. They need the top esports white flag right here. One to the back bumper of the 76. Side by side, 76, 95. Three wide almost. 95 of Keaton Swain to the outside. One trying to get to the back bumper. 76 is going to be there. Crossover. The white flag has waved. Cody McKinney and Huntley trying to hold on to it. Brian Huntley Jr. from the back to the front gets a bump from the one. Side by side. The finish is going to be Huntley Jr. Cody McKinney finishes second. Jurick right there in third. Gimbel in fourth. Keaton Swain to fifth. And we got to go back. We have to take a look at that top esports white flag right here. The 76 and the 95, they were three wide right there. Watch the turn into turn one. The 76 was there. The 95 of Keaton Swain trying to come down hard into the corner, carry that speed. And hold on, different story there. Hold on. 76 there to the inside. He's going to be there. They're side by side, little net code there, one down bottom. 76 here, 95 there, 76 into the corner, up into the 95. One comes around. Man, oh man, and the battle's not over there. Here's Cody McKinney. Cody McKinney just had to enter really low, got up into the wall, tries to get to the back bumper, tries to bump and run the 51, and he's free. He gets free right there on the corner and helps the 51 finish sideways. But Brian Huntley Jr., your race winner here, up 20 spots, started 21st here, and a run for him here for the ages. So Cody McKinney, bridesmaid it is. There's Brian Huntley Jr. celebrating the race win here. And that is brought to you by Top Esports. Twitch.tv/Top Esports. TOPPESPORTS. Here, let me throw it up here. It is got a logo for him. There it is. Top Esports. Go find him out there. Huntley finishes the lead. Look at that win right there. From lucky dog to luckiest driver out there. What a run for him. And let us go ahead and talk to the race winner, Mr. Brian Huntley Jr. has one heck of a run. Congratulations here on a fantastic. I mean, you were at the right place at the right time. Walk me through your race, especially that last green white checkered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked, to be honest with you. What I was doing, I was hoping for the best. This number 51 Toyota Auto Owners was quick tonight. But yeah, that last, I didn't think we were going to get that last green white checkered there, and I started in the back. Kind of clipped the 18. I seen him spin there, and, you know, I think I hit him in the driver's side door, and I'm like, well, my truck is done. I'm like, you know what? Let's have faith, because maybe the guys in front could mess up a little bit, which is what I was hoping for, and it ended up working out in turns 1 and 2. You know, I was side by side with Cody. I'm like, maybe Cody's gonna get it. You know, that was great. It was fun. You know, these are a great group of guys who fight hard every week. I appreciate them for letting me come in and run their truck series. But yeah, nerves are shocked, and Little, I didn't. I'd be honest with you. I swear, I didn't think I was gonna do it. And I was just cruising along too, just
I tell you what, you held on.
getting a feel for drivers.
You held on to it there right at the very end. Cody was right there by your side. He got a little bit free, and that's what turned you sideways because he was free off corner exit, just trying to bump and run you and set it up in there. He's a little bit free off of four, and he kind of snapped back a little bit and caught you. But you finished sideways. So what a good way to finish sideways. Austin Moore out there giving you some love.
That is great. Yes, my buddy Austin. I kind of felt like Truex there on the last lap a little bit. I had no tires left, so I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna send it, like Kyle Busch would do. But yeah, I came across, finished sideways, and I could have swore Cody was gonna get me loose coming off four there, and I end up rolling it a lot more. That's why he got me in the back end, and I thank him a lot. He's a great racer and stuff like that. All these guys are. Yeah, I'll take the first dub.
It's the second race of the season too, and of your season here. Spring Lake, North Carolina. You're around the Fort Bragg area. That's where I was stationed. That's the reason.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Do you serve? Did you serve?
No, I had family that did.
Oh,
I respect the military. I respect the military a lot. My grandfather he was stationed out in Germany for the German war. So I have a lot of respect for our military, and it's been 20 years since 9/11, and I've lost a lot of good friends and stuff like that when the World Trade Center went down. So yesterday meant a lot, and it was good to see Martin Truex win yesterday. I mean, Saturday, sorry. Wow. On Saturday,
Oh, it's definitely.
I respect on my military.
Absolutely. Well, you kind of have to where you live. That's literally outside
exactly
outside the gate of Fort Bragg. I used to live in Spring Lake when I was stationed there. So, all right, my man. Well, give your shout outs out there to all the people that you think, and congratulations on your first win here in the Ivrl.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Your time to shout. Give your shout outs. You got shout outs to give for sure. Go for it.
Oh, okay. I'd like to give a shout out to the league owners of Ivrl for allowing me to be a part of their recruitment truck series here. I'd like to give a shout out to the guys who are watching back home on YouTube, Twitch, whatever. These guys are great. Make sure you give Signature Esports Broadcasting a huge follow and a good word. Another shout out to my boy Austin Moore for tuning in and watching, and my good buddy Charles Van Schaik. I believe that's how you say it. He was in here and he had a good race, a little iffy here and there, but the main shout out is for these guys tonight. Everybody who raced, hell of a race to put on for you, and yeah. And I respect our military and stuff like that. Always gotta respect it.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, Mr. Huntley, I appreciate you very much as well. Thank you for the shout out as well, Brian.
We're going
to be seeing you next week. It's going to be a lot of fun, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right,
I don't even know where we're at next week.
I think we're Bristol next week. I think it's following pretty close to, which is all right by me. Bristol's a lot of fun.
Actually, I'll be at Bristol Saturday, so yeah.
There it is. Oh no, Martinsville. Sorry, Martinsville next week.
Martinsville. Okay, I turned a few laps at Martinsville, so I'm good.
All right, my man. Well, congratulations on the race.
All right, sir. You have yourself a great night, and
you as
keep doing what you do for us, and I respect you a lot.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Brian Huntley Jr. You're
no problem.
The number 51 in that Toyota. Lots of Toyotas, lots of Fords inside the top 10. What a great guy. What a great guy. Austin, he's giving you a lot of love out there. All right, second. I get to talk to this guy a lot about being second. Cody McKinney finishes at number 1 truck, still leading in points, but the Chesterfield, Virginia native. Cody, walk us through it. You tried to put a bump and run. Looked like you got a little bit free on out of 4, and it kind of just disrupted there. Tell me how your race went.
At this point, it just feels like I'm giving these races away. But I mean, truck felt good. Long runs definitely killed me. I don't know how I was destroying the right front so bad. on those 2 long green flag runs we had, but Charles definitely had the best long run truck for sure. And when we got that late yellows, that kind of sparked, gave me a little spark there because I knew I had one of the best short run trucks tonight. And then went and got a set of tires and knew I was good. Knew I had a great chance, especially when Charles not coming down pit road. But got loose out of 2 on the after white and got loose on exit of 4 coming to the checker and finished runner up.
It was definitely still great. I mean, you have the most top 5s and the most top 10s out of the series now, and your win's coming. I like you are my opening every week, especially when you qualify, especially as well as you did. You finished where you started. Nothing to complain about that. But there at the end, you're trying to do everything you can. I mean. It was insane. It was such a great race to watch. And Martinsville next week, you got to set up for Martinsville because that right there is going to be the racetrack that it's either going to go really good or it's going to go really bad.
Yeah, Martinsville is kind of, in a way, it's almost like super speedway races. It's a toss-up. It's a joker race. Don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. You can get collected at a wreck and have 2 minutes of optional repairs and still end up winning the race if everything plays right. It's just going to be about surviving and being smart and try to stay patient.
It's most definitely going to be that. I mean, it's kind of what Richmond was this week, and it's just a lot of fun. Cody, I like talking to you every week. At least I'm getting to that point. You're finishing inside the top 3 quite a bit, and next week Martinsville is going to be a big race for you. Give you shout outs out there, and congratulations, top 3 again.
Yeah, just shout out everyone at McKinney Racing, Randy and all the admins helping start this truck series and get it where it is. Overton Speed Shop, Zencaster, McConey Setup Shop, Holler Talk, all those guys that allow me to run their companies on the car and help me do this. And big shout out to you for week in week out great broadcast, and get ready for next week.
It's going to be absolutely amazing week next week, and I appreciate you very much as well. Cody, congratulations, P2, and Top Esports is going to be absolutely thrilled with seeing you finish right there again. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep, appreciate it. See y'all then.
Absolutely. Cody McKinney finishes in second place, and last but not least, the guy who led the most laps here and defended. You want to talk about defending this guy, Charles Jurick. You are probably one of the best defensive men that I've seen be able to turn a track here on older tires. You got 20 lap older tires than most of the drivers out there, and or at least 10 laps. I know that for sure. And you're able to get in there and just kind of roll through it and try to defend the bottom line. Looked like the 95 was trying to come high down low. You guys kind of collected each other. You still come out third, and what a race! You knew new tires. You had to defend the low line with older tires.
Yeah, that last caution we had, I probably should have came in and got some tires, but I don't know. There during the yellow riding around, I thought, well, maybe I can go into one and not so much ride the yellow line, but ride the lane a little bit further up, so kind of push him out towards the wall out of 2, which it did, but the new tires were just going to get me anyway.
It did, but at the same time, you went through one green white checker holding on for almost a full lap. If you'd have taken the white flag there, I think you finished second. But it still turns into risk versus reward. Are you able in 2 laps to get around 4 drivers rather than just the 1 or 2 to try to hold on to your position? Still a top 3 kind of night. You led the most laps. It was a solid run. You were a very, very good long run driver. Talk us about your setup, kind of how you set that up to be able to do it, and where you get your setup from, because folks are going to want to know.
Well, Cody set this up as fixed set. The only thing I changed was the steering ratio from 10-1. I changed it to 12-1. That's the only thing I changed. I left the brake bias and everything as is.
So winning on a fixed setup, as dominant as you are, long race, great run, top 3 night. Charles, I've been wanting to talk to the Fallout 76 guy again for a minute. And congratulations on a P3 finish. Give yourself some shout outs out there. And what do you got for Martinsville as well?
Just thank Harvey, being my teammate, being encouraging. And we had Derek Schilling in there in our chat because he's always seems to be a loner all the time. So he was a big motivation there. I don't know. Martinsville's just a different animal, and I'm not really that good there, but I'm gonna try to get some practice in during the week. So
Martinsville can be a do or die, and downshifting and getting out of the gas, try not to hook it. There's a lot of factors in Martinsville. It is a super, super tough track, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys get into it next week. And congratulations, P3 here, and we're definitely going to see you next week. I'm looking forward to seeing your Fallout truck, man.
Yeah. I need to update it because it's a little out of date because I just had another update. So I'll have to paint one up again, and we'll race it at Martinsville.
Fantastic. All right, my man. Well, congratulations, P3 finish. We look forward to seeing you next week.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. 76. Charles Jurick, he finishes there in third and does a phenomenal job at it. We're going to go over your race results real quick. Brian Huntley Jr. is going to be your race winner, the top esports folks out there. Austin, thanks for becoming a follower. Let me hit that real quick. George, thanks for becoming a follower. All the chats out there, you guys are absolutely amazing. Make sure you give it a share out there as well. We love and appreciate you very much. Race results. Brian Huntley Jr. is going to win that number 51. Little Wolfpack Racing stuff going on there. Cody McKinney Racing, number 1, finishes second. Charles Jurick in third. Gimbal Swain and Van Squik. Charles Van Squik, I said watch out for him. He was going to finish decently, and he did. He's up 3 spots. Started from 9th. He finishes 6th. Terry Radford, another big mover of the race, finished 16 positions ahead and 7th. So good night for him. Bradley Rivers, Ryan Cliver, Stephen Prosser there, the number 68. He finishes in 10th. Harvey, my man, finishes that Crown Royal very smooth there in 11th, just outside the top 10. Joey McKinney in 12th. George Jewell in 13th. Hurst, Goebel, and James there, the number 43 truck, that's 16th. Luke Nupp finishes 17th. Tommy Shafer in 18th, getting back out there and running some more laps all the way down to the bottom of the list. Patrick Gaspar out there. Pat run today? Yeah, he ran today. And let's see, Derek Schilling in 22nd. Warner, Lacey, McLennan. There's Steve right there. Zero Lift Racing. We love that guy. Folks, we love and appreciate you. Thank you very much to everybody out there. Put a little post out there on my personal Facebook page. Say a little prayer for me and my family today. I'd appreciate you very much if you could do that. And also go to pinkett4.org. Make sure you give them a little bit of your attention. Sign up for their newsletter. Make sure you donate if you can, and follow what they have going on out there. Absolutely amazing group. Thank you to the IVRL. Thank you to all of our folks that we're affiliated with. We love to shout you guys out, and all the people that are out there doing what you do. I just it is more than you could ever know. You've made my nights such a pleasure to have, and I appreciate it. From the leagues we did with Signature Esports to the leagues that we started with, the learning curves that we've had. Ryan, thank you very much. Appreciate you. I absolutely love and adore everything that everybody does out here. It's been an absolutely amazing ride. We're going to continue to do so and try to improve everything that we're doing. But we need your support. We need everything that you guys can do to help us by watching, by helping us get to the bigger stages in life and the bigger we have to make money at this to be able to improve. So that's so like, share, follow, comment, do all of that stuff. It helps us get more monetization tools out there and all the fun stuff. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, we love you. We appreciate you. And folks, I always say it, if I don't see you, well then always and blissfully have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good morning.